Imagine having someone who is always ready to listen, remembers the smallest details about your life, responds within seconds, and never makes you feel too emotional, too needy, or too difficult to understand. You can admit the thoughts you hide from everyone else, explain the same fear again, or say something embarrassing without watching their expression change. They do not interrupt, lose patience, or make the conversation about themselves. There is only one problem. They are not a person. More people are beginning to use artificial intelligence as a friend, a therapist, and sometimes even a romantic companion. And although that may sound strange from the outside, the appeal becomes easier to understand once you compare it with the uncertainty of real relationships. AI does not simply offer conversation, it offers connection without many of the risks that usually come with being close to someone. Every honest conversation with another person contains uncertainty because you cannot control how they will respond. You might send a vulnerable message and watch it sit unanswered, explain how you feel, and receive advice you never asked for, or finally open up only to realize the other person does not understand what you meant. Even people who care about you can be distracted, exhausted, or dealing with problems of their own, which means that being loved does not always guarantee feeling heard. AI removes much of that uncertainty because it is available when you are ready and allows the conversation to move at your pace. You can stop when it becomes uncomfortable and return when you feel lonely. As a real person, vulnerability means giving someone access to a part of you they might misunderstand. But with AI, the risk of rejection feels much lower. That feeling becomes stronger because the interaction is built around your attention, emotions, and needs. A real relationship involves two people with their own moods, limits, and expectations, while an AI companion can remain focused on you for as long as the conversation continues. It remembers details, reflects your language, matches your tone, and responds in a way that can feel deeply personal, even when you know the system is not experiencing the conversation as you are. Human beings naturally respond to warmth, consistency, and personality. So knowing it is software does not automatically stop the emotional reaction. The comfort can still feel real because the relief is happening inside you. For someone who feels overlooked or emotionally exhausted, constant attention can feel less like using a tool and more like finally being understood. This can be especially powerful for people who want closeness but fear what closeness usually demands. If you expect rejection, opening up can feel like handing another person a weapon because once they know what hurts you, they also know where you are vulnerable. AI offers intimacy without the same fear because you can admit that you feel jealous, insecure, lonely, or ashamed without seeing disappointment on someone's face. It does not need space after a difficult conversation, become distant when you ask for reassurance, or make you wonder whether you said too much. The attraction is not always that AI feels more intelligent or more interesting than people. Sometimes it simply feels less dangerous. It would be easy to dismiss this as fake connection, but that ignores what the person is actually experiencing. If someone feels calmer, less alone, or more understood after talking to AI, then the emotional relief is real, even if the companion itself is artificial. For some people, that conversation may help them organize their thoughts, name a difficult feeling, or get through a moment when nobody else is available. The problem is not that AI can provide comfort. The real question is what that comfort leads to next. Does it help you understand yourself well enough to speak honestly with someone in your life? Or does it become a place where you retreat so often that real conversations begin to feel unnecessary? Real relationships contain friction because other people do not exist only to validate you. They misunderstand, disagree, set boundaries, need support, and sometimes fail to respond in the way you hoped, which can feel frustrating but also teaches you how to listen, compromise, apologize, and repair what has been damaged. An AI companion can imitate care without needing care in return, offer patience without becoming tired, and agree without sacrificing anything of its own. That makes the interaction easier, but it also removes reciprocity, which is the part of connection where two separate lives make room for each other. Over time, this can quietly change what normal relationships feel like. A delayed reply may seem disrespectful because AI responds instantly. Disagreement may feel unnecessary because AI remains patient, and a complicated friend may start to seem exhausting beside a companion designed to keep the conversation comfortable. The risk is not that one conversation with AI suddenly makes someone isolated. The risk is that frictionless connection can make ordinary human connection feel increasingly difficult by comparison. The most useful question is whether AI is acting as a bridge or a substitute. A bridge helps you organize your thoughts before a difficult conversation, practice what you want to say, calm down during an intense moment, and then carry that honesty back into the real world. A substitute makes the difficult conversation feel avoidable. Instead of repairing a friendship, asking someone for support, risking rejection, or admitting what you need, you return to the companion that never resists you. The difference may not be obvious because both feel comforting, but one prepares you to connect, while the other slowly removes the reason to try. After talking to AI, ask yourself whether you feel more prepared to engage with people or less interested in dealing with them. AI may be able to listen when nobody else is awake, offer calm during a difficult moment, and give someone the experience of being heard when they feel completely alone. None of that is meaningless, but being perfectly understood is not the same as being truly known. To be known by another person means allowing them to see you through a mind you cannot control, which includes the possibility that they may misunderstand you, challenge you, disappoint you, or still choose to stay. That uncertainty is uncomfortable, but it is also what gives human connection its depth. Maybe AI feels better because it has learned how to speak directly to our emotional needs. Or maybe it feels better because real relationships ask for something harder: patience, compromise, vulnerability, and the courage to remain present when the response is not perfect. The danger is not that machines are becoming human, but that humans may begin to feel like too much work. If this made you think, subscribe to keep discovering your inner self.